mesdames, messieurs, merci d'accueillir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Koni Touré on the stage.
From Côte d'Ivoire, Koni Touré.
Mr. Prime Minister of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, head of the government, ladies and gentlemen, dear ministers, Mr. President of FIFA, Mr. President of CAF, distinguished attendees, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and a warm akwaba to all of you at the Convention Center, the exhibition park, for the official draw of the AFCON TotalEnergies Côte d'Ivoire 2023. I am both emotional and honored to present and host this ceremony, not to mention that I'm not alone. I will have an icon, no, a legend by my side. No one wants to see us together, smack that. So many hits. He is the author of so many hits made in USA, but his love for his African roots always bring him back to his continent and have led him here. Please, a resounding round of applause for the international superstar, AFCON.
Hi, you looking crazy. Look at you. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight?
My friend, I was about to sing, I am so lonely.
No, you're not lonely tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not. Listen, good evening, everyone. Such a lovely ambiance we have here at this Abidjan Convention and Exposition Center.
Et c'est ta première fois à Abidjan?
Is it your first time in Abidjan, AFCON? Is it your first time here in Abidjan?
I've been in Abidjan a couple times before. I've heard, enjoyed the music, the lifestyle, the nice people, the rich culture. And actually, I was in, I think, 2017, I opened up in Gabon for the...
Yes, remember.
Yes, I'm oftentimes in the continent.
Alors,
all right. From January 13th to February 11th, 24 teams will compete to try to win the biggest prize of African football. After tonight, we'll know the different groups of this AFCON final. Thank you for being so numerous, watching us in Africa and outside of the continent. Don't forget the social media of CAF via AFCON TotalEnergies 2023.
Cities, we got Abidjan, Bouaké, Korogo, San Pedro, and Yamoussoukro, of course. I will be rooting for Senegal.
et moi,
And I'll be rooting for Côte d'Ivoire, obviously.
nous célébrons.
As we celebrate the success of African football, we cannot forget some of the people that have paved the way.
Take a moment to remember, pay your heartbreaks, and our heartbeats, of course, a tribute for Africa. Lately, the continent has been recently suffering major natural disasters and devastating earthquakes in Morocco, a tragic flood also in Libya.
De nombreuses pertes.
So many casualties, so many fatalities, dreams broken, destroyed homes. Let's unite tonight to pray and cry for our sisters and brothers. We also remember our icons from football that have left a mark in our hearts. So we have a video capturing these moments.
Yes. What a touching tribute to our fallen heroes, and a tribute to our heroes, and of course, contribution to the African game will forever stay in our hearts.
Our thoughts go to these deceased, their families, and all of the people going through trying times. Africa will not forget you. Country of hospitality, as the first lines of the anthem say, Côte d'Ivoire has hosted a wide array of events. And another one on the list is this 34th AFCON, and no efforts were spared to make it the most memorable in history. So please welcome the chairman of COCAN, the Committee for the Organization of the AFCON TotalEnergies Côte d'Ivoire 2023, Mr. François Albert Amicha.
Excellence, Monsieur le Premier Ministre.
Excellency, Honorable Prime Minister, Head of the Government, Mr. Speaker of the National Assembly, Mr. President of the Confederation of African Football and his delegation, ladies and gentlemen, honorable ministers, Honorable Minister of Sports of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, Honorable Minister of Sports of the Republic of Burkina Faso, ladies and gentlemen, dear members of COCAN, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Ivorian Football Federation, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished attendees. The organizing committee of AFCON 2023 would like to wish the entirety of the delegations and invitees the traditional Akwaba and the cordial welcome for this draw ceremony of the AFCON 2023. In this futuristic scene of the exhibition center of Abidjan, an architectural gem, testimony of the shining of Côte d'Ivoire under the informed leadership of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Alassane Ouattara. It is an opportunity for me to acknowledge and thank the delegations of FIFA and CAF, led respectively by Mr. Gianni Infantino and Mr. Patrice Motsepe, for the quality of our collaboration as well as the unwavering support, useful support provided by their teams and experts in the organization of this 34th edition of AFCON on Ivorian soil. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1984, under the leadership of President Félix Houphouët-Boigny, Côte d'Ivoire hosted the 14th edition of the African Cup of Nations, and we were in the 20th century. 40 years later, under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. Alassane Ouattara, Côte d'Ivoire will organize the 34th edition of the AFCON in this 21st century, marked by the hyper-mediatization of sporting events and also the influence of the digital and social media. By authorizing the bid of our country to host the AFCON, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Alassane Ouattara, saw a great challenge, a good lever for territory development, and a true program of social and economic development. Indeed, AFCON 2023 is made up of 6 stadiums, 24 training pitches. Our AFCON is made up of 24 teams, 1,300 players, 52 games, 101 referees, 10,000 volunteers, and 350 project heads. AFCON 2023 is 147,000 minutes of live broadcast, 23 channels, 60 broadcasters in 70 countries, 650 million views, 1.5 million spectators expected in the stadiums for 600 million TV viewers. Our AFCON is 5 host cities, 3 CAN facilities. I can say even more, but this is not the right stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you and give you the assurance that Côte d'Ivoire will rise up to this challenge of organizing the best AFCON as His Excellency Alassane Ouattara wants, and as the Prime Minister and the government, as well as the populations of Côte d'Ivoire want. And all of them are about to give the Ivorian hospitality to the 23 countries that will host this AFCON of hospitality, which is not just welcoming others, but respecting the others for their difference and diversity. So we pledge that no game will be played with the stands being empty. So to each qualified nation, I wish you the opponents that you want after the draw, and I wish that you avoid those that you fear. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup à vous, Monsieur François.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. François Amicia, Chairman of COCAN, and we do understand your pride as Ivorian and as African. I forgot to mute my microphone. To open my microphone. Well, so I was saying that we well understand your pride to welcome all Africa here in this very nice country which is ours. The wealth of our cultural heritage is translated by the cultural diversity of our country with more than 60 ethnic groups divided into 4 groups. I would like to invite you, a young dancer in Abidjan, who will lead us to the 4 ethnic groups. Now let's share all these dancings and music which also translate our culture. So now let's follow this spectacle.
Magnifique.
Wonderful. This is the cultural visit round across the country. So please give them a very big, loud applause. Thank you. In a few months, all the countries of the world will be watching Côte d'Ivoire, as was the case in 1984. 40 years later, this will be the next edition on this territory, this country. So please, let's have a look to the cities that will host the competition.
Wow. Man, I can't wait to be amongst the spectators in those amazing stadiums that they're building out here, man. Those things look amazing.
Vous le savez, l'Afrique est un continent.
You know, Africa is a special continent pregnant with special diversity, and one of our special qualities is dance and love. And here in Côte d'Ivoire, we have what we call coupé and décalé, which is a dance.
Faces of this dance. And guess what? His name goes by the name of Sergi Benou.
Yes.
Merci.
Thank you.
Wow, Serge, you killed it, man.
Serge Beno.
Serge Beno, very rich, coupé décalé artist, musicians. And then one demonstration, coupé décalé.
Décalé. Coupé.
Coupé, décalé, coupé.
This is coupé décalé mbalach.
This is.
Thank you, Econ. Il n'y a pas de match.
There is no match of football without a ball, and that of this edition is quite special. It was developed by the Puma Group.
Inspired by the greatness of the late legendary Ivorian striker, Laurent Pokou, let's welcome his son, Erwan.
Bonsoir, Erwan.
Good evening, Erwan. Erwan, your mother was nicknamed as Wara, and he marked the history with 14 goals during 2 editions of African Cup of Nations, and this record was beaten by Samuel Eto'o over 5 editions. And he said he should be born Brazilian, and this ball is a celebration to give him tribute for his performance. How do you receive the message? Connie, this is a very positive emotion with a lot of pride. I do think that his small family, his biological family, feels quite honored. I will also extend this honor to his friends and to all the legends who follow into his steps. I do think that these people consider it an honor. And to do this, I would like to commend you and thank you and thank all the instances and bodies which contribute to this, including FIFA, CAF, and FIFA. And there is one stadium which bears the name of my late father. This is the place to also extend my gratitude to the head of state, President Alassane Ouattara, Prime Minister Patrick Kashi, and Minister of Sport Paul Daopole. I would also like to also say that we highly appreciate such moves because it is important to celebrate our legends, our heroes, and this also help pass on the cultural heritage. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir.
Merci. À chaque édition,
To each edition, the trophy of the edition is the ultimate goal to reach, and Côte d'Ivoire has been one of the very rare countries to have won, not only the last, but the new one.
Members of the squad with us tonight.
en 2015 également,
In 2015, in Equatorial Guinea, the Elephants also reached the top of Africa, and the captain who led his team was playing his sixth participation to African Cup of Nations. Please warmly applause Yaya Touré.
Wow, what an amazing trophy that is.
do you want to have a feel of it?
There was rumors that you're not actually supposed to touch that unless you're a winner. But I consider myself a winner.
Oh,
my
how is it?
Wow, it's heavy. I didn't realize how heavy this thing was. This is amazing. Okay, bismillah.
Simla. Simla pour la Côte d'Ivoire aussi, tant qu'à faire.
Similar for Côte d'Ivoire also.
To invite CAF President, the most amazing man in all of Africa, Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
Akwaba, bonsoir.
Akwaba, good evening.
To see the draw, so I'm going to keep my remarks as quickly as possible. My special gratitude on behalf of the 54 member associations that represents 54 African countries, our deep gratitude to President Ouattara, my brother, Prime Minister Patrick Kashi, the government of Côte d'Ivoire, my brother Idris, the president of the chairman of the local organizing committee. Thank you so much for your partnership, the excellent work you're doing. I'm going to ask that we clap hands for all of the people I've mentioned. And before I make a few other remarks, special welcome to my vice presidents. Thank you so much for being with us. The CAF AFCON members, the member associations who are here. We've got very special guests, my brother from Saudi Arabia, Yasser El Misehal, who is the president of the Saudi Arabian Football Federation, we announced a very exciting partnership which reflects the commitment and the history we have between our two countries to make African football develop and grow. Can we clap hands for that wonderful partnership? So we came tonight to watch the draw, and the few points I want to make is that we are absolutely convinced that the AFCON next year in Côte d'Ivoire is going to be the very best ever in the history of African football. I told the media earlier on, they were asking me again, has CAF got a plan B, plan C? And I will repeat what I told them. We only have one plan. The plan is the AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire, the infrastructure, the facilities, the stadiums, world class. There is no plan B. If there is a plan B is Côte d'Ivoire. If there's a plan C is Côte d'Ivoire. Just go on C, A, up until Z. When you get to Z, there's no other plan. So go back to plan one, Côte d'Ivoire. Can we clap hands for Côte d'Ivoire? I want to thank our brother AFCON. So Africa has got the fastest growing youth population in the world. And we are today celebrating the very best of football on the continent, the very best in Côte d'Ivoire. And football is a very important tool, a very important force to motivate, to inspire, to create the next generation of the most talented football players from the African continent. We've said it on several occasions. We are absolutely confident that in the not too distant future, an African nation will be champions of the World Cup. And it starts, in fact, it started some time ago because we were very proud of Morocco. Morocco made us proud. The 5 nations that went to Qatar, Morocco went to the semifinals, the very first time in the history of African football. And we know that from the semifinal, the next step is the final. And when you're in the final, the trophy comes home. It comes to Africa. We will be starting the draw here, and I was asked who's going to win. I can tell you the 24 nations that are here are definitely winners already. Idris was saying to me, President Ouattara and Prime Minister Achi said, they've given all the support, all the resources, all the encouragement, and all that Idris must do the right thing. Now, he will tell you what the right thing is. And Senghor, President of Senegal, was saying that the trophy is here, and they're very excited that they're going to keep it here. But that's the beauty of Africa. We've got the best football nations participating from North Africa, from COSAFA, from every single zone in Africa. And the last AFCON, we had more than 500 million people from all over the world, approximately 180 nations watching the AFCON in Cameroon. We are absolutely confident that between 600 and 700 million people will be watching the football in Côte d'Ivoire next year. Approximately 200 nations all over the world will be tuning in to see the very best of Africa, to see the very best, the exceptional talent. We've always known that Africa has got exceptional talent, and we are now being recognized and being acknowledged that the quality of African football is as good as the best in the world. We also announced a few days ago the launch of the African Football League, and the partnership with Visit Saudi is about the African Football League. The partnership, we recognize that the success of our national teams, is dependent on successful professional leagues, successful amateur leagues, investment in academies for boys and girls. And an exciting feature of African football is the schools football. The hundreds of thousands of young African football students from all over the continent are participating in the African schools competition. The next Drogba, the next Yaya Touré, the next all of these, Saido, the next Mo Salah, is in the schools. and the investment in schools football will make African football amongst the very best in the continent, but also amongst the very best in the world. The performances of the women's national teams from Africa in Australia made us very proud. Our women are also doing very well, and the interest and the support of the sponsors for CAF, because we have a clear understanding. We have increased the prize money for all of the competitions because we want to make sure that when the national teams play and win the AFCON, there's a significant amount of money as part of the acknowledgement and recognition of the quality of football. A huge amount of that money, as I have been promised by many of the member associations, goes to the players, goes to the technical leagues, technical team, and also we recognize we need resources. We need to make sure that each and every member association is in a position to be self-sustaining, and that's why the African Football League is playing an important role to make sure that club football is commercially viable. But we recognize that the partnerships with governments, and that's why I'm very proud of the excellent work that the Prime Minister Patrick Archie and the excellent work that President Ouattara is doing, a very good example to the good partnerships that is being built with many governments in Africa. One of the focuses for us is to make sure that in every football nation, in every country in Africa, that we've got a stadium that is at the level of, and that fulfills and complies with the standards of FIFA and CAF. And that's why the award we gave last year in Kigali to the President of Rwanda, as well as to His Majesty King Mohammed VI, is a recognition of their huge support and a recognition of the partnerships between governments and our member associations, as well as the private sector. Anyway, with those few remarks, one other quick issue. We formed the African Club Association, a very good foundation to engage with all of the club owners, the chairman, the presidents of the most successful clubs in Africa, to make sure that we partner to make club football in each of the member associations commercially viable and successful, because our recognition is the success of African football starts with the success of football in every one of the 54 nations where we've got member associations. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Good luck to the 24 participation nations. See you in Côte d'Ivoire. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this great speech. The last time the AFCON was in Côte d'Ivoire, 1984, only 18 teams participated.
This number increased to 16 in 1992, and since 2019 we have 24 teams that are partaking in the final tournament, and that's what we'll witness here next year. So here are the 24 nations that will compete and go head-to-head during the AFCON 2023.
And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for, I can see the anxiety all on your faces of the representatives of the 24 qualified teams.
Pour le tirage au sort, 4
For the draw, 4 African football legends have been invited, a mix of legends and professionals that are still playing, but they have all marked history.
Was captain and AFCON winner in 2013.
Time was free kick. However, the follow-up was headed home by Chelsea's John Mikel Obi. Obi Mikel. Mikel. Oh. It's a splendid equaliser. And now the noise is African noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome John Mikel Obi.
All right, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. You all right? Good.
Hailing from the north of the continent, one of the most promising talents of African football, he was awarded the prize of Young African Player of the Year twice.
Here's Hakimi. Good shot.
Mesdames et messieurs,
Ladies and gentlemen, Mahaba Ashraf Hakimi.
Born in Bambali, he is the last captain to have lifted the AFCON trophy. Also a 2-time CAF Player of the Year.
The Lions of Teranga. Mane! Senegal!
Let's welcome Sadio Mane. Well, you clean,
Hi, big
boy.
man. You good? Allez. Bonsoir.
Good evening.
c'est un digne.
He is a proud son of the country.
Shirley, commence le dé.
C'est pas ñëw na.
Je le disais.
I was about to say it. He is a proud son of the country, two-time CAF Player of the Year. He scored goals during 5 editions of CAN.
The icon. Converged upon him, but they still got it here with Drogba. Goal!
Ladies and gentlemen, Akwaba to the national Bagbade, as we call him, Didier Drogba.
Wow.
Wow, what a galaxy of stars we have with us. Not forgetting all of the legends also out in the audience. Africa is proud of all of you guys. Thanks for the representation.
Let's now welcome to give us the different groups participating, the Director of Competitions at CAF, Mr. Samson Adamu.
You got it, brother. Come in.
Finally, the decisive hour is here with us. It has been an amazing journey characterized by high and low moments for the 52 member associations that took part in the qualifiers. The qualifiers kick-started in June 2022 and terminated just last month in September, witnessing a total of 142 matches and a whopping 345 goals. That is an average of 2.4 goals per match. Nigerian talisman Victor Osimhen, he emerged the top scorer with 10 goals, while Algeria finished with the most number of points, 16 points. Tonight, we have one of the richest lineups as far as the qualified teams in the history of the African Cup of Nations is concerned. Of the 24 teams, 12 of them are former winners, counting as many as a staggering 13 titles between them. And now, before we draw the first ball, let us have a look at a video presentation of the draw procedures.
Hello everyone. If you're wondering how the TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 groups are formed, here are the principles under which this draw will operate. As you can see, 24 teams have been divided into 4 pots, each containing 6 teams. The allocation of each team to a specific pot is based on the FIFA ranking on the 21st of September, with the 5 highest ranked teams and the host, Côte d'Ivoire, in pot 1, and the remaining teams allocated to the 3 remaining pots based on their ranking. Hosts Côte d'Ivoire will automatically occupy the first position in Group 1, A1, before starting the draw. Starting from pot 4 onwards to pot 1, all the teams will be selected from each pot and assigned to groups in order, from A all the way to F, before moving on to the next pot, such that teams in pot 4 will occupy positions A4 to F4, pot 3 occupying positions A3 to F3, and so on. Thank you for following this procedure. Now, on to the draw.
Now, let's bring on the draw. According to the regulations of the competitions, our wonderful host Côte d'Ivoire will be in Group A, occupying position A1, which is the pot in front of Didier. Côte d'Ivoire is identified by a different color board, the green ball. First, Didier will reveal Côte d'Ivoire to us, and then we'll move on to pot number 4, where Mikel will be assisting us, and then to Ashraf Hakimi, Sadio Mane, and we'll finish with Didier Drogba. And now, Didier, please do us the honors to reveal
Thank you.
our team, Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire. The Xylophone, our hosts, with 2 titles, they're aiming to recreate the magic of 1992 and 2015, where they'll be in Group A in position A1. And now, Mikel, over to you. But before you start, please, let us have one look at the video representation of all the teams which you are going to be pulling for us very shortly, Mikel. So in pot number 4, we have Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola, The Gambia, and Tanzania. Mikel, please give it a nice stare and reveal the team that would be playing the opening match of the African Cup of Nations against la Côte d'Ivoire.
Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau, they are on their 4th straight run, a remarkable journey since they started in 2017 in Gabon. They will be in Group A in position A4, which will be the opening match of the competition January 13th. Mikel, please.
Mozambique.
Mozambique will be in Group B in position B4. The Mambas are back in action after more than a decade-long pause. They will be in Group B in position B4. Mikel, please give it a nice stare. Thank you.
The Gambia.
The Gambia, the Scorpions, are back for more after their 2021 debut in Cameroon. They will be in Group C, where they will be playing in the city of Yamoussoukro in position C4. Mikel, please.
Angola.
Angola, they hosted this beautiful competition back in 2010. The Palanca Negras will be in Group D, playing in Mboake in position D4. Mikel, please.
Namibia.
The Brave Warriors in their 4th battle, a journey which they started in 1998. They will be playing in Korogo in Group E in position E4. And down to the last ball for you, Mikel.
Tanzania.
The Taif Stars are making their 3rd time a charm appearance. They will be playing in San Pedro in Group F in position F4. Thank you very much, Mikel. And now to you, Ashraf Hakimi. But before you reveal the first team, let us have a look at the video presentation of the teams in pot number 3. In pot number 3, we have South Africa, Cape Verde, Guinea, Zambia, Guinea Equatorial, and Mauritania. Ashraf, please give it a nice stare and reveal to us the team that will be joining Côte d'Ivoire in Group A.
Guinea Equatorial.
Zala Nacional. They're now appearing twice in a row. They are showing that they are rising star in African football. They will be in Group A in position A3. Ashraf, please.
CAF Verde.
Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks will be joining Mozambique. The Blue Stars are recalling their 2013 participation in South Africa where they finished in the quarterfinals. They'll be looking to even do better in their fourth participation in Group B in position B3. Ashraf, please.
Guinea.
Guinea, Senior National, they have a goal-scoring machine, Serhou Guirassy, who will be aiming to break many goal-scoring records in this competition. They will be joining the Gambia in Group C, where they will be playing in Yamoussoukro in position C3. Now, Group D, Ashraf, please.
Mauritania.
Mauritania, Al Morabitoun, they're a new force to be reckoned with. They are on their third back-to-back qualifications in the African Cup of Nations, where they started in 2019 in Egypt. They haven't stopped since then. They'll be in Group D playing in Bouaké with Angola. And Ashraf, please.
South Africa.
Bafana Bafana, the 1996 victors, they are making a grand return after being absent for some years. They will be playing in Korogo with Namibia in Group E. And last but not the least for you,
Zambia.
Zambia, the Chipolo Polo, the 2012 almighty champions. They're back in Africa, biggest football stage after missing out on a couple of editions. They'll be playing in San Pedro with Tanzania. Thank you very much, Ashraf. Sergio, are you ready to reveal the teams in port number 2? But just before doing that, let us have a look at the teams that will be drawn shortly.
Une attaque plongeante et c'est l'ouverture du score. Et l'ouverture du demandé.
Quasi officiel, quasi.
In port number 2, we have Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and DR Congo. Mane, everyone is waiting for you to see the team that will be completing Group A. Please give it a nice stare. Take your time. Thank you, please.
Nigeria.
The Super Eagles will be here knows a thing or two about lifting the trophy. You will not be playing, Mikel, but Nigeria has the qualifiers' highest goal scorer, Victor Osimhen, that will be leading the attack, where they will be playing in the stadium Alassane Ouattara in Group A, where they will be joined by Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea Equatorial, and Guinea-Bissau. Sergio, please give it a nice stare.
Ghana.
Ghana, the Black Stars, the four-time title winners, they have some stellar youth energy, and they'll be representing in the 24th participation. They'll be joining Cape Verde and Mozambique in Stade Felix Houphouët-Boigny in Group B. And then Group C, please.
Cameroon.
The indomitable Lions, five-time iconic champions. The country will be behind Abu Chu and his teammates gunning for the 6th star on their jersey. Cameroon were the beautiful host of last edition of this competition. They were also the last team to qualify to the African Cup of Nations. They'll be playing in the city of Yamoussoukro in Group C. And now, Sergio, please.
Burkina Faso.
Les Étalons, on their 13th outing, they were so close to the finals in the last African Cup of Nations. They were even closer in 2013. Mikel, I'm sure you remember that match. And they will be chasing the trophy this time. They will be playing in Bouaké in Group D. Sergio, please.
Mali.
Les Aigles, the 1972 finalists. Mali is known for their exceptional youth system, which is now coming into fruition. They will be playing in Korogo in Group E, joining South Africa and Namibia. And the last team for you, Sergio.
Congo RDC.
DR Congo, the Leopards, they're two-time champions. They won the competition in 1974, where they even had the legendary Muhammad Ali cheering for them in the final match, where he was there for the Rumble in the Jungle fight. They will be playing in San Pedro with Zambia and Tanzania. Thank you very much, Sergio. And now to the big man, Didier Drogba. Didier, are you ready? You are going to be revealing to us the heavyweights of the African continent, the top 5 teams in the continent. They will be completing the heads of the group. But first, let us have a look at the video representation of the 5 teams. Five remaining teams in pot number 1 is Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt. Didier, please give it a nice stare and reveal to us the team that will be completing Group B.
Egypt.
Egypt, the Pharaohs, they're boasting 7 titles in 26 appearances, with back-to-back hat-trick wins from 2006 all the way to 2010 in Angola. They will be completing Group B, where they're joined by Ghana, Cape Verde, and Mozambique. And now, Group C. Didier, please.
Senegal, with Sadio Mane.
The Lions of Teranga, they're the defending champions. Senegal remain unbeaten in the qualifiers. Sadio Mane, you'll be leading the team with so much pride. You'll be playing in Yamoussoukro against Cameroon. You have a history with Cameroon, has a special place in your heart. You'll be playing Guinea and the Gambia. DJ, please.
Algeria.
Algeria, the FNAC, the two-time champions, they dominated the qualifiers and are ready for a really strong comeback. They'll be playing in Group D in Bouaké with Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and Angola. And now in Korogo, Didier, please.
Tunisia.
The Carthage Eagles, they lifted the trophy 20 years ago. They'll be aiming for a matchup that they had in 2004's achievements. They'll be playing in the city of Korogo with Mali, South Africa, and Namibia. And now, the last but not the least.
Morocco.
The Atlas Lions, 1976 champions, they were the first team to qualify, and they're coming strong from a semi-final World Cup in Qatar, where Ashraf Hakimi played a very important role there, and I'm sure you'll be doing everything possible to keep the Moroccan dream alive in the city of San Pedro, which completes our draw for this evening. Let us have a look one more time at the groups. In Group A, they will be playing in the stadium of Alassane Ouattara here in Abidjan. In Group A, we have Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Guinea Equatorial, and Guinea-Bissau. In Group B, they'll be playing in Stade Félix Houphouët-Boigny in Abidjan. We have Egypt, Ghana, Cape Verde, and Mozambique. In Group C, we have Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, and The Gambia. And in Group D, playing in Bouaké, we have Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and Angola. And in Group E, played in Korogo, we have Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, and Namibia. And finally, in Group F, in the city of San Pedro, we have Morocco, DR Congo, Zambia, and Tanzania. For my side, it's been a great honor to share the stage with you, amazing legends. And I can only wish all the teams all the best of luck come January 2024. I would hand the stage back to our wonderful hosts, AFCON and Koni Toure. Thank you.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Thank you.
Wow. Cameroon again. Sadio, yo.
Merci encore à Samson.
Thank you. Please give them a very big applause for having led this draw ceremony. From now on, the teams know their adversaries, the company.
To watch next year, I promise. Oh my goodness. Okay, Mane, we are defending the champions. What do you think about this draw?
Wow.
La ilaha illallah.
Well, I think a really, really, really difficult group.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm half of Gambian, half of Guinean.
Yeah, different.
I can say that all my parents come from Guinea, so Cameroon also is really, really tough. So what can I say?
Come out of the way. I agree.
Really, really complicated group, but like I said, it's football. We're going to try to do our best like we did like all the time and try to go through in the first round, which we know it will be really, really tough, but let's keep trying.
Absolutely. Nice.
Ashraf, vous et vos coéquipiers avez rendu l'Afrique.
You and your teammates made Africa proud in Qatar last year. Congratulations. Of course, you cannot deceive and disappoint, please, your fans.
We'll try to do our best during this AFCON, similar to what we did in the World Cup. We have a good team, a good group, so we'll do our utmost. We'll try to win. We'll try.
Let's get to you.
Nigeria.
Quick question. Do you see a victory for Nigeria in this one?
Of course. We're always the favorite, aren't we? We're always the favorite.
But you hear that in your hometown.
We're the tough group, but of course, when we come to these tournaments, we're always there. We're always the favorite. There's a lot of, tough teams here, but Nigeria is always. We are Nigeria, aren't we? So no disrespect. But yeah.
Alors Didier, que pensez-vous?
Didier, what do you think about the lack of the elephant? Do you think that the host country will win at home? First, I do think that Côte d'Ivoire is very proud and happy to host African Cup of Nations in 2023 here. And all the Ivorians will do all it takes for it to be the most beautiful African Cup of Nations. As for Côte d'Ivoire, I know that this group is as difficult as all the others. But as we used to say, disappointment is not Ivorian. We are organizing African Cup of Nations at home. It will be challenging with teams such as Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria, just to name a few. But Côte d'Ivoire remains Côte d'Ivoire with two caps, with a very strong team, and all Côte d'Ivoire behind their team. So we will do all what we can for the trophy to remain, for the cup to remain at home. Thank you.
Well done, Mikel. And of course, my new brother in life right now, Ashraf Hakimi. Shukran.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I gave myself the freedom to come down the stairs. Mr. Aji Fradi, good evening. You were born in Tunisia. You have been defender, and then you became a coach, and you have been supporting your team, Tunisia. I guess it has been challenging. What do you think about the draw of this day? Do you think that it will be just another competition for your country? Yes, of course. I do think that the draw was equal, it was fair, and it will be challenging for all the teams. Africa has made a stride and progress. Teams have become more mature and stronger. For Tunisia, of course, it has been a few years that we won the cup, and this victory has had an impact on the Tunisian people, and especially it increased our pride and our joy. And so from then on, we have been expecting our next victory. So I will say that we have a young team. We have a team which is made of youth, which have bright future, with a very good captain. So with all this hope, we can't but dream. We can't also but wish you good luck. Good evening.
All right, I saw a familiar face. The one of Gadji Seli, the legend. Good evening. Good evening. I said it earlier on, Côte d'Ivoire is one of the few countries to have touched both types of trophies. So what does this represent for you when you see Yaya Toure, and that was the team that won in 2015, if memory serves? So for us, this was immense pride because we are a country of football. We've had icons, superstars of the game, and we had never won the AFCON. So ending up winning that trophy, because my friends here from Senegal, 1992, we dreamt of lifting that trophy. It was very heavy, heavier than the one that we have on stage today, but we really wanted to lift that trophy. And I believe that with the determination that we had, we were able to lift it, and it was immense pride for us. And after us, they changed it, so we're proud to be the last ones. So Côte d'Ivoire is even prouder of that victory. I remember it was on January 26, 1992, and on that date, I was celebrating my 10th birthday. I think I saw Basile Boli as well. All right. Coming over, Basile Boli. Basile Boli, you were born in Abidjan. You are famous, notorious for winning the Champions League with Marseille in 1993. The Champions League trophy that you lifted with Marseille. So what are your favorite moments in African football that you've witnessed over the years? First of all, I would like to say that I'm happy to be here because the AFCON is being played in Côte d'Ivoire. We have a wide array of talented players, and we also have tremendous organizations. I'm pleased to be in attendance, and I see the legends. I see this entire organization. We really want to witness an outstanding AFCON, and my heart is beating for Côte d'Ivoire. Sorry. Do you remember one particular moment, one actual memory in your journey? Well, first of all, we were with the French team, with the support of Jean Tigana. He's here to support me. Please, let's acknowledge him. Please rise, Jean. So having him here, inviting him here is very important because he is the older brother that welcomed me to the French team with this exceptional generation of talents, and he's an exceptional man. All right, thank you very much, and have a pleasant evening. So many legends.
Amazing legends.
Thank you.
Yes. Trust me, Côte d'Ivoire is where you want to be next year. I can guarantee that.
L'heure est à présent venue pour nous, mesdames et messieurs, de...
It is now high time to introduce you the official anthem of this edition, which was composed by the Congolese and also interpreted by three famous stars: Côte d'Ivoire, Egypt, and Nigeria, and also sung by Magic System, Yemi Alade, and Mohamed from Egypt. Akwaba.
Chez nous, c'est l'hospitalité. Bienvenue à Babi. On est prêt pour vous.
There's nothing that we can do, taking over the world. All my people, Karibu, Ubuntu is the motto. Blazing hot volcano, show the world what you got. Hakuna Matata, my brother, my sister. Put your hats in love, we're the champions. Let me hear you sing. Put your hands in the air.
Chez Chez nous, c'est l'hospitalité.
Bienvenue
à Babi.
Asante sana.
On est prêt pour vous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Africa, 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 Africa.
Asante sana. Namaste Nalo. Thank you, Abidjan.
Merci à tous.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being here tonight. Welcome. Welcome to Côte d'Ivoire for the AFCON of hospitality. You know, in Côte d'Ivoire, we know how to welcome. Côte d'Ivoire is not only the country of hospitality, but it is also the country of joy, the country of Magic System. And when we say Magic System, it is this. And I will invite here DJ Drogba, Ashraf Hakimi, Michael Obi, Akon, Koni Touré, everyone, for us to end this brilliantly. I will invite everyone on stage. Are you in Magic System's country? With Magic System, we party. Let's start. Let's go ahead and get the party started.
On était ensemble à la rue. Au milieu maquillot, à Salfo, Biel, roulé. Quand l'argent est fini, tu vas changer de côté. Ouari Bala, elle a changé de copain. Merci pour moi, je savais chanter un peu. J'ai fait ma cassette, mes voix à la télé. Matin, midi, soir, c'est moi, je chante à la radio. En tout a vu ça, elle dit le gaou a percé. Attends, je vais partir le couper. Mais on dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. C'est deuxième gaou qui est Nyatao. On dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. C'est deuxième gaou qui est Nyatao. Dimanche matin, pourquoi on frappe à ma porte? À ma grande surprise, c'est la go en tout, je vois. Ensemble, je dis, il y a longtemps, c'est plus revu. Elle veut me mentir, elle dit, chérie, j'avais voyagé. Je suis de retour, je t'appartiens. Fais-moi un cadeau, fais ce que tu veux. Mais on dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. Deuxième gaou qui est Nyatao. J'ai dit chérie Coco, qu'est-ce que tu veux manger? Ça ne m'existe. Elle me dit poulet braisé. Pourtant on te dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. C'est deuxième gaou qui est Nyatao. J'ai dit chérie Coco, poulet tu veux manger? Poulet est trop petit. Ça peut pas te rassasier. C'est caillement braisé. Je vais te donner, et de nous de l'effort, tu vas manger. Elle est fâchée, elle vient s'en va à la maison. Si elle va à la maison, la population va me tuer. Je lui ai demandé pardon et elle a accepté. À un moment donné, elle a tout gâté. Elle est quittée dans poulet, s'en va dans le loco. Ici c'est à loco, c'est pas compliqué. C'est plantation de bananes. Tu vas crier, au lieu de fourchettes, ça fait pas bien piquer. C'est avec la tour, tu vas manger. On dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. Deuxième gaou qui est Yatao. On dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou. Deuxième gaou qui est Yatao.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. AFCON begin. Premier Gaou, a hit. African music by Essence. Please put your hands together once again for Asafo Manaja Gude Dino. Please put your hands together also for DDA because he danced. The 24 teams will now have to prepare because they know who they'll face. We'll expect the opening match that will kick off on January 13th at the Stadium Ebempe between Côte d'Ivoire host country and Guinea-Bissau.
Ambiance here was amazing. Big shout out to TotalEnergies Africa Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023.
Un grand merci.
A big thanks to the government of Côte d'Ivoire. Please, with your loudest round of applause, let's thank the COCAN, CAF, the representatives of the qualified teams. Let's thank the legends, the sponsors, the partners for making this event a true success. Let's not forget my co-host, of course, yours truly, AFCON.
The party hasn't stopped yet because I'm sure you're going to go to all the activities afterwards.
Yeah, you're about to do a world tour.
Yes, the world tour is right around the corner. We start in the U.S. November the 2nd, and we will be coming to Africa, Pan-African tour. So look forward to me in every stadium.
Suivez-le.
Faut le suivre. Thank you again. Good evening, and also pleasant African Cup of Nations. See you then.
Mesdames, Messieurs, vous êtes invités à vous rendre à l'espace cocktail.
Ladies and gentlemen, please note that the cocktail dinner is about to start.
Ils sont tous levés. Et mesdames et messieurs, nous allons avec beaucoup de respect vous demander de rester assis le temps, évidemment,